Does anyone know what happened in New York City with an airplane last week? There was an airplane that crashed. Everything was getting delayed. Now I get to the airport to fly to Florida, 4 p.m. I get a notification on my phone. Your flight's been delayed by 5 hours. I'm now gonna miss my connection flight. A few years ago, I would have been really angry and upset in that moment. And I would have ran over to the gate agent standing behind the Delta counter and I would say something like, "Oh my goodness, man, my flight's been delayed 5 hours. This is crazy. I'm not gonna make it to my destination." Do you think I would have gotten anywhere if I went up to the counter like that? No, I walked over to the counter trying to maintain a positive attitude. I smiled at the lady behind the counter and I said, "Ma'am, I heard you're a professional problem solver. Is that true?" And she started smiling and I said, "I heard you're so good at solving problems, they pay you to do it." And I said, "Look, I have a problem. I know it's not actually yours. So if you can't solve it, I understand. But if you can, it would mean the world to me. Because tomorrow there's a couple thousand high school kids in an amphitheater in Florida waiting for me to speak. Sir, let me see what I can do." And she starts punching away on her computer keypad. And she looks at me and she says, "I'm really sorry. There's only one flight tomorrow. It's going to get you there at like 10 a.m. There's one more flight tonight, but it's flying standby, meaning there's no seats available. You're gonna wait by the gate. If you get a seat, they'll put you on. If not, they'll put you in a hotel." I said, "Okay, that sounds good. Sorry, 1 second, sir." And she keeps punching away at her keypad. 2 minutes later, she walks in front of the gate and she comes up to me and she hands me a boarding pass and she says, "I got you a seat on the plane tonight." "The computer did it or did you do it?" She goes, "It was kind of both." And I was like, man, our attitude impacts the way other people deal with us.
I really relate to what this man said because honestly, I'm that kind of person too. I hardly get angry when things don't go my way. Even if I miss a flight, something gets delayed or plans change suddenly, I try to stay calm. I've always believed that sometimes in life, when something is delayed or doesn't happen the way we wanted, maybe it just wasn't meant for that moment. I don't like forcing things. I believe another opportunity can still come. And even when I'm stressed or disappointed, I still try to speak kindly to people. I joke a lot too. I like making people around me feel comfortable, even in difficult situations. So I understand the point he was making. Attitude really does matter. The way we speak to people can change how they respond to us. But at the same time, I also think we should understand that being kind doesn't always guarantee the outcome we want. Sometimes the person you meet is already overwhelmed, stressed, tired, or dealing with many angry people before you arrived. So even if you come with peace, they may not receive it the same way. That doesn't mean kindness is wrong. It just means we are all human. So for me, the lesson is this: stay calm, stay respectful, stay kind, not because it will always work in your favor, but because that's the kind of person you choose to be. And before I go, I just want to say this: being someone who believes in God does not mean you will always react perfectly or that life will always go your way. But it should remind us to carry kindness, patience, and understanding in our hearts when dealing with others. Sometimes people are fighting battles we cannot see. So even when things are difficult, let us try to give grace where we can. Thank you so much for watching Prayer and Playtime podcast. You're talking with Ruth, and I'll see you in my next one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe so you can join more of these conversations and topics with me. We're going to be talking about a lot of real life situations together. Have a beautiful day and God bless you.